Coming back with another video. So we got some updates in regards to the WNBA season potentially being over, man. As we know, they're currently negotiating the CBA agreement, and it looked like time may be running out for these players and a lot of these owners, man, with getting this season started on time. Now, I know a lot of us here on the channel was excited to see the return of Caitlin Clark coming back to the Indiana Fever, and not just Caitlin, hate to do that, but everybody from the Indiana Fever basketball team. Hell, I'm ready to finally go to a Fever game, bro. So whenever we get the ball rolling, I'm gonna be one of the first people to let y'all know, bringing y'all live coverage from the game, the whole works. But as of right now, we have no updates in how all of this is going to play out, and it's definitely information coming out via the media as to what is happening behind the scenes with this WNBA deal. It's being reported that time is running out for the WNBA to get a deal done. The WNBA season is scheduled to start in 3 months, but there is still no contract between players and the league. That is the holdup. There is no pen to paper. There is no deal that has been implemented for us to have a 2026 season. This is what's scary about everything, man, because this whole situation has been going on since 2024. So those of you guys who might be new or might not know what's happening. So when the deal first got announced that, they was going to be running on the old deal, well, they're not running on the old deal no more because they opted out. See, it originally was an opt-out situation to where they wanted to opt out the current deal to get a new deal done. So they didn't want to renew the deal and leave it like it was, and now we here. Now, the article goes on to say, after meeting face-to-face weeks ago, it seems the WNBA and players are back to negotiating yet again. It was reported that after the players submitted a CBA proposal in December, the WNBA still hasn't responded to it in February. The sides met in person in New York last week with over 40 players attending in person or via Zoom. At the meeting, the league still did not have a response ready for them, but submitted their latest proposal, and that came out this past Friday. That was the proposal that the WNBA owners sent over to the players. Now, I didn't know that they didn't even respond to their December proposal. Now, it goes on to say, while the league did not budge much on the matters of the money, particularly on revenue sharing. Now, the league is holding true to wanting to give the players 15% of revenue sharing, but the players want 30. For whatever reason, they is adamant about this 30% revenue sharing. Now, they have appeared to concede a few things to the players, one being the housing. Now, Breonna Stewart told CBS Sport and on Rival this week that yet the proposal ultimately will not be accepted by the players, mostly because the league still isn't offering enough when it comes to the revenue sharing portion. According to Malone report, there is still a huge gap between the sides on this topic. The players want 30%, like I stated, now resulting in a team salary cap above $10 million per year and a max individual salary of $2.5 million. The WNBA is still only offering about half of that in this current agreement that came out this past Friday. Now, time continues to tick. Now, this is a very important part here, guys, to get a deal done. Though the WNBA season is scheduled to start exactly 3 months, training camp usually starts about 2 to 3 weeks before the WNBA draft is happening. A week before camp kicks off, that's a month right now. Now, there are over 100 free agents who need to negotiate and sign new individual player contracts, setting the league up for an unprecedented amount of free agency period in an extremely limited amount of time. Now, no one's talking about that. No one's talking about free agency being affected by these CBA negotiations. See, a player could ultimately make the wrong decision by signing too early or not giving it enough time for their agent to negotiate their deal. See, free agency is going to be impacted the most by all of this whole WNBA CBA thing. See, I don't know, but I'm very interested to see how all of this plays out in the next coming weeks because I stated to y'all back in probably October, November. If they do not get a deal done by March, you can pretty much count the season already 30 days delayed. 30 days. Season ain't starting until June. They don't get a deal done by until April. Season ain't starting until July, August. Now we do got USA basketball coming up in September. That could be affected too. So it looked like the WNBA season, let's say they get a deal done, we can have basketball rolling over all the way until December, January, maybe even February. Could this be a ripple effect to affect everything? Because next year, all season is going to have to be shorter to fix it. Think about that. No one's talking about that either. But one thing I can tell you guys is that the time is ticking for these WNBA players. They're currently running out of time, running out of momentum, and probably running out of options. If they want to get some type of money and if they want to play, they might have to sign this new deal with the 15%. I'm just saying, bro. Think about the fans. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Make sure you guys keep them bills on. And I will be back with more content. Till next time, man. Shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.